Welcome back, everyone. Just wanted to give you a little peek at some of the work I'm doing on the gauges. It's kind of hot outside, so I've been working inside. So I reconditioned the speedo and the tack. The speedo is original, and I think it's okay. I did some testing on it, just cleaned it up. I polished the plastic. This is all original. Painted the bezel. Turned out nice. Did both bezels. And then polished. And then the tack is got some new guts, but I kept the face, but I did use a new needle. So that's kind of a combination. I wanted to replace the needle. Sorry about the reflection. I wanted to replace the needle on the speedo so they would match. It's very glary. There we go. Obviously they don't match, but I'm gonna have to live with it because I could not get the speedo needle off. It was just jammed on. I was pulling really hard. I didn't want to break it, so I'm going to leave it. Then I went over this with some of that vinyl dye. It's actually, you could call it paint. It's actually more like a dye. The black, it's a little blacker than stock. So I did that. This is all original. Just cleaned it up. Yeah, all this is pretty much as it was. So I did that. I also reconditioned the center gauge cluster, cleaned it up, painted it. You know, I think it turned out pretty nice. I actually took some sandpaper. I painted, and then I took sandpaper and I went over the letters. So those came out, aluminum. One thing that did happen, I want to tell you guys, be really careful when you handle the center gauge cluster, as you may know, but you may not. This is a weak point, and this actually broke. I don't know if it was broken before. I think it might have been cracked before. I tried to fix it, but if you go pick this up like this, you know, you're taking a chance. I do not do that. Just handle it. Just assume this is going to break off. This is not a handle. It's not a great design. They should have beefed up that area a little more. I put some glue and tape and all kinds of stuff in there. Trying to keep the mass down but increase the strength. So this side is okay, but it's not the best design. It's definitely a weak point. So all this is still original except the guts of the clock. And I think the oil pressure gauge works. I'm pretty sure the fuel gauge works. I don't know. I think the water temp works. I don't know if the battery, if the amp meter works. The clock did work. And I have it over here. This is the original. That's not me breathing. This is the original clock. And one of the cool things about these clocks, and you can look up videos. There's somebody who did a video on rebuilding the mechanical clock, is that it works off of a, see if I can wind it. I know there's a way to wind it somewhere around here. It works on a solenoid, and the solenoid pushes this, I think it's this, or is it that? Yeah, it pushes this out and it winds it. See, now that's wound. And now, where is it? See if it'll start going. There it goes. So it's kind of interesting the way these mechanical clocks work. It's a mechanical clock that gets a jolt of electricity, and then there's a solenoid, and it about every minute or so, or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I don't know how long it lasts, but it shoots the solenoid out, and then it slowly closes. And then when it touches, you know, you saw the things that I unwound. I don't even know where these are anymore. When it gets back to where it was, it shoots open again. It winds itself. Nothing wrong with it. I didn't want something that was going to be constantly wearing the battery down or doing that. I just want something more accurate. And I'm not doing a full-on restoration, so I think maybe I'll try to sell this. It's in pretty good shape. And maybe somebody who's doing a full resto, you know, would appreciate this. So I've got the original clock guts. If you're interested, let me know. That's it for this video. I have a vintage style radio that's going to go in. Hopefully all this works, most of it. I did get LED bulbs that I'm going to use for most of this. Most of these bulbs that go back here, and you can see one of the nice things about this is it tells you the wire color for all these. So when you go back to put all these bulbs back in, most of these are just for general illumination. Some of them are for specific things, like turn signal lights or, you know, different lights. But a lot of the lights that just are general illumination lights that go in the back of these, you can use the LEDs, and they're cooler and lighter, take up less draw electricity wise. So I bought these. I don't know if I can, yeah, I don't have the order number right in front of me, but you can look it up. I think there's like websites that sell these LED bulbs. They're not hard to find. So I got those. We're a ways off from installing this stuff though, but I just wanted to share it with you guys since it's something that I've been working on and I have going inside because it's too hot outside. All right, thanks for tuning in. Good luck to you in all your projects. See you soon.